Hello, welcome to this time English news service from KHURSHID Global TV channel. Dozens of people are feared to have died in a heat wave gripping Pakistan's largest city, Karachi, this week. A charity in the sprawling metropolis said Tuesday as temperature hit 42 degrees Celsius. The non-profit AD Foundation said scores may have been killed by the sweltering weather, with double the usual number of bodies sent to the city's morgues in recent days. The heat wave coincides with the beginning of Ramadan, when millions of devout Pakistanis abstain from food and drink from sunrise to sunset. The Pakistan Meteorological Department warned hot to very hot weather is likely to prevail in Karachi during next 2 or 3 days, forecasting highs of 44 degrees Celsius during the period. Amir Habib from Karachi's Kurangi said his brother was among the dead and had been rushed to the hospital after collapsing at work on Monday. The doctor said he died because of heat stroke, Habib told AFP. The mega port city capital of southern Sindh province is hit by frequent power cuts and has few green spaces. Syria's military said Monday it had retaken the last neighborhoods in southern Damascus held by the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria (ISIS) and declared the Syrian capital and its surroundings completely safe from militants for the first time in nearly 7 years. Reading an army statement on Syrian TV, General Ali Mahyoub said the army captured the former ISIS strongholds in the Palestinian Yarmouk camp and Hajar al-Aswad after a man-long campaign. He said the army operations were concentrated and successive, leading to the extremist defeat in the city. The gains by President Bashar al-Assad's troops being Greater Damascus, including the capital's far-flung suburbs, fully under government control for the first time since the civil war began in 2011. A Turkish court handed life sentences to 104 suspects over their involvement in the July 2016 attempted coup, according to state media. The former military personnel were given aggravated life sentences by a court in the western province of Izmir on Monday for attempting to overthrow the constitutional order, and Anadolu News Agency reported. Such prison sentences, which replace the death penalty in Turkey, carry harsher conditions than normal life sentences. In total, 218 military staff are on trial over the failed coup bid. Among the suspects receiving life sentences were former Air Force Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Hassan Hussein Demiraslan and ex-Aegean Army Command Chief of Staff Major General Mahmoud Akbelen. The court gave 21 suspects a 20-year jail sentence for assisting the assassination of the president, while 31 were given sentences between 7 years and 6 months and 10 years and 6 months for being a member of an armed terror group, the agency added. A group of foreign journalists traveled to North Korea on Tuesday to witness the planned dismantling of the Pyongyang nuclear test site in the country's mountainous northeast. Teams of journalists from the US, Britain, China, and Russia were on board a charter flight from Beijing, according to a tweet from Sky News producer Michael Greenfield. South Korean journalists, however, were denied permission to join the flight, and Seoul's Unification Ministry said North Korea had not accepted its list of proposed participants. The South Korean government expressed its regret at the decision, which it said was down to North Korea's lack of follow-up measures despite inviting them to the ceremony for dismantling Pyongyang nuclear test site scheduled between May 23 and 25. In a statement, Seoul did, however, applaud Pyongyang for going ahead with the planned closure, in keeping with the so-called Panmunjom declaration named for the border town where South Korean President Moon Jae-in and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met in April. That was all from English News Service of KHURSHID Global TV channel. Thank you for watching us. Wish you a good night. Bye.